Hello, everybody. I want to share an experience with you. And it's an experience that happened with me and a friend who's also a fellow Santa Muerte follower and devotee for life. And it was met with a lot of ridicule, and it left me really disappointed in my community. The reason that it left me disappointed is because this cult is vast and wide, and it welcomes everyone from every gender to every sexual orientation to every ethnicity. And I say everyone, I mean everyone. And so, with that being said, comes a certain type of understanding when people first start on this spiritual path, that because we welcome everyone, or because the community is vast. I won't say we welcome, because it's really up to the person to join this community or not. um there's people from all walks of life, and they conduct themselves in many different ways, and that's pretty much understood from the get-go. It's understood that even though there are some blueprints as to how things are done, it's not a religion. Contrary to what people may say, it's not a structured, organized, um, institutionalized religion. It's a cult following, is what it is, and it's ever expanding and ever growing. Um, it's ranking up there in numbers, according to many different studies that were conducted apparently by different scholars. Okay, so with the vast majority of people, they're gonna, like I said, conduct themselves different ways. So I met my buddy, who goes by the name Rey de Oros, um, on TikTok and on Instagram. I met him through TikTok, and after talking, for a few months, we recognized that we were kind of going through the same things. We hadn't, talked previous to that, but we were aware of each other. He was aware of me. I was aware of him. Um, and through many, many conversations, we realized, oh my God, we're going through the same things, like to a T. And we don't really seem to be noticing too many other people that are going through these things. So we'd talk about different things and post different things on TikTok on occasion about our experiences, as we do. And he has a pretty good and decent social media following on TikTok and on Instagram. People do follow his advice, and they do like the way he presents himself, and that he's very honest about his practice, and I'm honest about mine as well. So we're on the same page in a lot of different areas. But one conversation that we got to was, it's really strange, because this doesn't feel like something we would do, but I feel like Santa Muerta is asking me to offer her a chicken. In my case specifically, it was a black rooster for La Negra. And the reason for it was for dramatic protection. Not that she doesn't provide protection as it is, but she acknowledged that I'm going to be getting into some studies that would require added protection. That's why it came up, because it was going to serve a purpose. And even though we were both not the types of people that would normally do this, the feeling would keep nagging us and nagging us. And I would tell him, is it really nagging you too? He's like, yeah, like I can't seem to shake it. So after talking about it for a while, I actually got myself some chickens. And I'm going to be honest with you, that was the purpose. And of course, to eat them, and with the cost of eggs nowadays, it was a logical decision. But they're my chickens. I can do with them what I want. The spies are around. That's the flies. The flies are the spies. Anyways, so with that being said, it took some getting used to, because, we're raised in a society where the animal offering is seen as wrong. So we had to like deprogram ourselves. We had to like really understand that it wasn't hypocritical of us to do this. We were seeing a side, both of us, me and my friend, we were seeing a side of Santa Muerte and her practice that's age old. That's part of her ancient history. And we were acknowledging that side within us that still lives very, very prominently within our blood, within our DNA, and within our spirituality, that is suppressed. And that is the concept of an animal offering. Get out of here, spy. And so he beat me to the punch. He did it first. And he and I both agreed, like, this is a learning opportunity. Because what we see is this toxic positivity and this toxic blindness in this community. And we don't speak on things that we don't know about. We only speak on things that we do for sure feel like we do know about. Because we don't want to misinform people. We have a really strong sense of responsibility that when we post something, it's going to reach the masses. And it could reach people that are young. It could reach people that have been doing this for decades. It could reach people that are new. So we have this heavy responsibility to not put something out there that is going to harm the community. So with that being said, we felt that it was an interesting experience to share with the public. We knew that it might get ridiculed. We knew that it might get taken down. We knew that it might hurt some feelings. But he proceeded to post the implication that he gave a live chicken to Santa Muerte. And he got met with ridicule. He got met with a whole hell of a lot of ridicule to where the video got taken down. Now, with that being said, TikTok is a kids app. It's supposed to be a kids app, even though you see TNA on it all the time. Hypocritical. But it got taken down. And I actually got more upset about it getting taken down than he did. I got upset because we're supposed to be accepting of all. Where are the people that acknowledge that this is an ancient practice? Where are the people that cite that they understand that she is a personification of death? Where are the people that are supposed to be all accepting? And where are the people that are, indigenous people, indigenous practices, but when you perform an indigenous ritual, you get ridiculed? Where are those people? Well, I will say there were a few. There were a few on that post that were like, amen, and that were like, yeah, right on, brother, that sounded so fake. But they were, encouraging and acknowledging that this is an ancient practice, not just with Santa Muerte, but with a lot of different people. So, and with different divinities. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. But, so anyways, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that we knew that this could potentially get bad reactions. But it doesn't sway the notion that, like, I got very upset that there was so much hypocrisy behind the people that proclaim that they accept this practice fully. It's not a religion. We're allowed and free to do what we feel called to do. And it's not like we approached this from a situation of spur of the moment. It was well thought out. We had been planning to do this for months because the call had been happening for months. He executed it before me on the 9th. And he posted the video. We both agreed, post the video, post it, so that people can know that this is observed, that this is done. Santa Muerte is a spectrum of different types of energies. She's not just celestial. She's not just death. She is also part of different variations of practices. She also has a practice that people do underneath her, or however you want to word it. And it's vast, you know? So the same people that proclaim, look, I'm going to tell you, like I said, I was going to do it for La Negra with a black rooster because I was told through divination and through dreams that it was for protection. He did his for his own reasons. I don't know or I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share the full extent of those reasons, but it was for his own reasons. He very much holds dear, life, and it was a very sacred and divine moment for him. And if he wants to, he can explain it to the public. But for me, I couldn't find a black rooster. I had my chickens, and I decided to do it with La Roja. And when everything was done, I went to the kitchen to clean the bird out in the sink. And I was, cleaning her out. I won't get into details because I'll offend somebody, but I felt and saw the same presence that I first met when I was introduced to Santa Muerte. It was about a 6-foot tall, black shrouded figure that was watching, observing, taking note, watching my behavior, watching my reaction, sensing my energy, me sensing its energy. And I can honestly say that it was the totality of neutrality, which death is. Death is the totality of neutrality. It's complete neutrality. I didn't feel a feminine gender. I didn't feel a masculine gender. Gender is a human thing. It's not. It can be a spiritual thing, but in this case, it was genderless. But it was nonetheless still observant and protective. And that's exactly what I felt when I first encountered Santa Muerte. That's the figure that I saw physically. I mean, it was literally physically standing on my right, behind my right shoulder. About 6 feet tall. And there was a cold feeling. I believe that he said that he felt a cold feeling as well. There's a cold feeling. And I just, in that moment, it only lasted for maybe like 5 seconds, but in that moment, it felt like, I see you. I'm here. I'm watching. Don't forget that I'm always here. So I felt like a sense of relief because I was questioning, did I do the right thing? And in that moment, the notion that I got was, yes, you did the right thing because you followed what I asked you to do. What you did wasn't a sin. It wasn't evil or dark. It was what I asked of you. And the reason that you did it is because you were basically paying a debt. There are some things that I do for you that you don't even know about. There are some tasks that I perform that you will never know about. Even if you gave me offerings daily, you would never know about these like other things that I'm doing for you. So for me and for my friend, the animal offering was a payment. And that's what it is a lot of times. In this case, that's what it was. And the community that we're a part of tends to say that they know all about this and that they accept it, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them are blind to the entirety of the spectrum of Santa Muerte. And it's a very religious mentality. Not that religion is bad, but when your mindset confines you and limits you, that's when it's bad. Because you're not allowed to expand, you're not allowed to grow. It took us months to get to this point, to accept that this is what we were going to do. Oh, and don't be afraid, like for the animal it was quick. Like a half a second. And it wasn't wasted. Don't worry about that. But I just got really upset at the hypocrisy. At the hypocrisy within the community. So quick to judge, so quick to finger point, and not quick enough to learn, to accept, and to expand. Not truly accepting. Not truly understanding. Not truly sympathizing for another person's cause. And for those of us on social media that like to share our experiences, they just pretty much sometimes get pissed away in the wind because people would much rather be stuck in their rut, wondering why their life is failing, wondering why they have so many blockages, and wondering why they're not getting anywhere, and just recycling the same systems and mentalities and problems over and over and over again. It's like their life is on repeat. It's not at an upward trek. It's just repetitive. It's like a toilet bowl for them. It just keeps going in circles with the same crap over and over and over again. And they wonder why it happens, because they don't listen. They don't learn. They don't observe. Everything is spiritual. Me sharing this video with you is not because I want to hear myself talk. I don't even really like being in front of the camera anymore. But it's for a purpose. This message is for a purpose. And it's to... the flies are the spies. It's to share. To trust your intuition. Even if it feels odd. There's ways in which you can confirm what you're going through. There's divination. There's dreams. There's asking others to confirm for you if you might be doubting yourself. There's watching videos like this to confirm you're not going crazy. If you have an inkling to smoke a cigarette and you don't smoke, maybe it's her asking you. Like, trust yourself more. Even if it feels uncomfortable, it might not be something that's wrong with you. It might be something that your spirits want. And it's likely for good reason. So, just being met with hypocrites, judgmental people, I know that it's all par for the course, and I know that because this community is vast, that not everyone's going to agree. But I just can't deny how disappointed I was. Yeah, my Santa Muerta devotee. Oh, don't do that. That's not the right way to do it. That's not how you're supposed to do it. My way is the right way. I mean, I'm met with that. We're met with that every single day. That is a religious mindset, not a spiritual one. And I myself, if you're watching my channel, I am a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. And I never will be. I think that's the difference. So anyway, just wanted to share that. If you have any questions for him, he said he doesn't mind that his name is out there. You can go and ask him personally, or you can go watch his content. He's on TikTok and he's on Instagram under Rey de Oros 888, I believe. ReyDeOros 888. So that's the video I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those of you that have been around for a while and have subscribed, and for Los Fieles for joining. And if you have any respectful questions or comments, I'll be happy to accept them and try to do my best to answer them. But anything that's counterproductive or rude or hateful, it will not get approved, just so you know right now. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.